Good day, Summers. This is Master bringing you another League of Legends Shoutcast for your viewing pleasure. And I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in so long. I legitimately feel bad about it. I really want to get this channel going, and just last week was crazy. Right before I stopped uploading, or actually right after I stopped uploading, I went out of the state to Oregon. It was only supposed to take a couple of days. I was only going to be gone a couple of days, but it ended up being like 4 days. And when I came back, my friend had just come in from Thailand, so we spent a few days together just messing around, having fun, playing games, going downtown, hitting up the joints. Am I right? Not really. No. I'm definitely not cool enough to do that. But anyways, we hung out for a while, and I didn't make any videos. I'm lazy, but I'm going to start making videos again. I'm going to try my best to keep on schedule. I'm also going to start advertising for this channel a lot through different methods, so hopefully I can get more people to come in. I'm going to start working with Mobfire again this week. I have a couple ideas for videos I can make for them, and hopefully that will bring more traffic to my channel. And if you guys are interested about the music in the background, this is from League of EDM. This isn't me choosing the music. The music is actually chosen by other people who DJ for it. And I'll link to it below. It's just kind of like a fun thing I keep on while I play, because it keeps my music interesting and different every time. And I mean, you can create your own playlist and DJ it if you want. So I really enjoy the League of EDM page. It helps me have entertaining music while I play, and that's just great. Anyways, let's get on to the game, guys. On the blue team, we're going to have an Ahri in the mid lane. There's going to be an Udyr jungle. Sona is going to be supporting a Corki bot lane, and the top lane will be Riven. For the red team, Zac is going to be in the top lane. Nautilus will be jungling. Zaz going to be mid, and Blitzcrank will be supporting the Ezreal bot lane. Zac top lane. Normally you see Zac in the jungle because that's where he is strongest in my opinion. However, he can be an effective top laner as well. As a top laner, he's very, very easy to gank for if you're a jungler and he's on your team. He's kind of like a Pantheon in that regard. He's one of my favorite top laners to gank for, like a Pantheon, because he has some CC, he has good damage, and if you guys want to tower dive, you can always just rely on his passive, so it's very nice. Anyways, let's get on to the actual gameplay, and we're just seeing a lot of poking coming in here from the bot lane. Both these bot lane AD carries are in fact, come on, let me try. Okay, good. Just want to make sure my hotkey still worked. Both these AD carries are in fact Trinity Force AD carries. Sometimes Ezreal does go Iceborne Gauntlet. Oh, Corki's going to get grabbed under the tower, and he's going to take a lot of damage. He did not burn his flash to get out of there, so he will be okay. Zac trying to trade with this Riven, but he's taking a ton of damage. That's the unfortunate thing about Zac, because he does cost some health to cast his ability, so if he can't pick up those blobs, he's going to fall low in health, and that's going to cause Riven to just be able to take advantage of that and do a lot of damage. Here comes Udyr. Looks like he's going to come around from behind for a gank. Will they be able to kill him? Probably not, because he still does have his passive up. So the Ignite is going to be dropped, and he is going to turn into little tiny bloblets, but it's under his tower, well in the back, so he should be A-okay. Here comes Nautilus for the support. Will they decide to dive this? I don't think this is the right decision if they do, and they are going to jump on him. There's the stun, double stun. They did cross up their CC a little bit, and Udyr is going to be going down. First kill for red team. First blood has already been spilled this game. Unfortunately, I was not able to find the game. I was not able to join the game before 4 minutes, so I do not know who got the first blood. Well, I know who got the first blood. It was Ahri, and she ended up killing Xerath, which is not surprising. Ahri's let's go on to this. Oh, actually, let's stay here top. Looks like Nautilus wants some kills. He's not going to get it. Nautilus Zac. That's a really dangerous combination for Riven. Luckily, Riven's an extremely mobile champion, so she shouldn't have a lot of problems with the ganks from the Zac and the Nautilus. I mean, they can be quite fierce. If Zac's able to land his jump, and then Nautilus able to land a hook, there could be a lot of trouble going on there. It looks like Ahri's in a bit of trouble. She is able to flash out, but Nautilus was able to burn her flash, so it's an effective gank. And right here, this is just a very strong lane for Riven. I mean, Zac can't really trade with Riven. He doesn't have the damage to make effective trades there. And that Blitz grab is kind of embarrassing. Come on, Blitz. I expect better from you. It's like someone's going to go in for a little bit of poke, almost getting knocked up. Oh, here comes the Nautilus. Perfect time for a gank, where Sona's completely out of position. He's just going to ignore the Corki, go straight for the Sona. She does flash, but it's too late, and she's going to get taken out by the Ezreal. That was a big mistake from Sona. She should have burned her flash before getting auto-attacked by Nautilus. That was necessary. Unfortunately, she was not able to. And in that case, where you're just going to die anyways, don't burn your flash. That's a very, very important resource to have. And, oh, the grab, once again, embarrassing from the Blitzcrank. Man, he's not going to win any of my points of affection in this game. Man, these grabs, they're definitely easy, but he's just not landing them. Of course, Blitzcrank grabs aren't the easiest things in the world, but I mean, you should be able to land them with a certain efficiency when they're as easy as that. And looks like Zach has healed himself back up. He does have double buffs from killing the Udyr, so that's definitely going to help him. Not as much as it would help someone with mana, of course, but it definitely can't hurt. And it looks like he wants to go for a kill. He misses his Q. He misses his leap. He does hit his W, thank God. And there's just going to be a little bit of trading. Riven taking the advantage in this one. And it just looks like there was a bit of misclicking going on there from the Zach. I mean, it happens to all of us. It's not the worst of things. And, of course, he wouldn't have been able to secure a kill anyways if he had landed it. Looks like he's going to go for an elastic slingshot. He doesn't hit it, unfortunately, just out of range. Zach is maxing his Q first, which, you know, I can respect that. The slow does go up, and I mean, maxing your W, even in the jungle, I max my W last on Zach. I feel that maxing W early doesn't do much because the damage doesn't scale very well until late game when people have a lot of HP. So your max HP damage is a lot more, and he's going to try to get away from this Riven. Riven activates her ultimate, I think a little too late though. She probably won't be able to get much from it. Actually, one cast of her ultimate might be able to get her the kill, and she is going to get it. Flash out turret range. Nice play by Riven there. And that's going to be another kill for blue team. And this matchup between Ahri and Xerath in the mid lane, I want to talk about it a little bit. Xerath is very reliant on hitting his skill shots to do damage and kill his lane opponent and be effective in team fights, nuking down the squishies. Ahri's ultimate is pretty much the anti-skill shot ability of the year because she can just dash around, dodge all of the Xerath ult charges, and if she's able to dodge just even one or two of them, she's going to lose Xerath a lot of damage, and it might be able to swing the tides of any fights. And it looks like Udyr's come here for a gank. Oh, they do land the charm, but Ahri's taking a lot of tower damage. This is a bit of a mistake, and she is going to feed a kill to the Xerath. She dashed just in the tower range, and that was a bit of a mistake. So, very unfortunate for her. And right now, still quite an even game. Gold is very close. Xerath picking up a revenge kill from getting killed by Ahri earlier. I think she did lose her red buff, her blue buff there. Xerath already had one, but now Ahri will not. And a blue buff on Xerath means he can just poke a ton. Right now, Nautilus is trying to fight a Riven. We all know how this one goes. Riven's going to end up killing the Nautilus with the Ignite. Probably, no, he's going to survive thanks to his shield. Will Riven be able to get out of here? That's the question. She will, because she is mobile. So all in all, just a trade. Jungler losing his health. Zach destroying Riven's health. Riven's going to have to go back, so in fact this is a win for the red team due to the fact that he is able to stay in lane where Riven has to go home. If the jungler has to go home, that's not a big deal, but if the laner has to go home, that's definitely a bigger problem. And it looks like Corki's about to get ganked. But here comes Udyr. He wants some blood too, but they don't expect the Xerath from downtown. He's going to land his ultimate. First proc, second proc, and third proc miss. Edgel's being aggressively chased from this Udyr. He does pop his barrier, and Udyr's like, this isn't worth it anymore. I better just leave. But it is between three heroes. He's going to flash, juke out the Q, also juke out the grab with his flash. And they are both going to survive miraculously. That Xerath did end up missing a couple of his shots, which I'm pretty sure he was at least decently blind shooting that Corki for some extent of that fight. So, I mean, not a huge problem that he ended up missing. Of course, it did end up costing them any kills, but a bit of miscommunication there. Actually, the Udyr kind of messed that one up because they weren't able to just all go on the Corki because the Udyr showed up and Ezreal and Sona had to, Ezreal and Blitzcrank had to react to that, so they were not able to join Xerath on his merry dive, or well, not really dive, his merry skill shot adventure against the Corki. And it looks like Riven's just going to keep out trading the Zac. Not a surprise. That Q actually did a tremendous amount of damage. I didn't think it'd do that much. But, of course, I believe Riven's going to keep out trading this Zac. But the question is, can she go in for a kill? He does have his passive back up, so a kill seems unlikely at best. And, of course, Zac has made the smart choice of investing in armor this game. It's very important to do that against a Riven. She does a ton of early mid-game damage, so you have to invest in a couple pieces of armor. Doran's Shield, a good way to defend against the Riven damage. And, of course, Cloth Armor, a very good starting item against a Riven. And it looks like she's going to go all in here. The ult from Zac's doing a lot of damage, and Riven is going to pop Zac passive. I don't think she'll be able to get the little blobs unless she ults them. Maybe is she going to? Oh, one more blob left, and she does auto-attack it to death. Good job on Riven picking up that kill. And looks like it's going to be Ahri versus Xerath. Will she be able to juke out all the skill shots? That is the question. Oh, one more auto-attack should do it. And the Puffy Wiener. That's certainly a name on Xerath, isn't it, guys? That's certainly a name. I'm going to give him that. And that's going to be a kill picked up on the Xerath. And right now, Corki is just kind of playing passive because it's very scary to play against a Blitzcrank, especially if you're getting ganked by Nautilus, because that's a lot of grabs right there. And so they're both going to end up missing those. Sona's going to crescendo. Will actually Corki be able to turn this one around for a kill? Not quite. Blitzcrank is going to survive. Nice job by Ezreal picking up that kill. Now Xerath wants a kill, but he's like, I'm not going to get this. I guess I'm just going to, go back to lane and keep farming. Or maybe we could pick up a dragon. Here comes Udyr. There are a lot of low health targets for an Udyr to enjoy. Will he be able to pick up this Blitzcrank? No, he's just going to turn around. He's quite tanky. I don't know if they'll be able to kill him, but yes, they will. Nice stun lock right there. And he's going to go down, but not before Corki's able to pick up one kill at least. And that's a 1-for-1 trade. A lot of assists going down for Red Team. Actually, there wasn't even an assist given to Udyr for that one. I'm impressed. I mean, you think Phoenix Stance would have switched into Phoenix Stance and done some damage in that situation to the Blitzcrank, but apparently he did not. And that's a red potted Riven. She really wants this kill, but I don't think you're going to get it, darling. Oh, she will! Prove me wrong. Her spells came off cooldown just the right time. Zach did not have his elastic slingshot, which is very unfortunate for him. I underestimate Riven's damage a lot because I don't play top lane a lot. Top lane is my least played lane, so those like exclusive top lane champions kind of like Riven. I mean, Riven can go mid like most other AD casters, and of course she can jungle as well, but you rarely see her in either of those roles. So as a champion, I'm not the most aware of Riven's abilities. I did pick her up for a couple games in 3v3 ranked. I was playing with a couple of my friends. We were just messing around, seeing how high we could get after some promo series. We ended up getting some crappy ranking like Silver 4, so we just ended up like, this isn't worth it at all. And right now, it looks like Corki is going at the Valkyrie area. He is exhausted. I think he should be able to get out of here. No, here comes the True Shot Barrage, and he's going to end up feeding a double kill to the Ezreal. And Nautilus is now engaged in a solo combat with the Xerath. The Xerath just loves bot lane. I mean, he is pitching his 10 here. Every time there might be an engage, he just walks down here and is like, hey guys, I'm here too. Can I help? And although usually he ends up not really contributing a ton, except for the fact when they were killing that Udyr. He did in fact help quite a bit there. Top lane turret has gone down to Riven. Looks like mid lane turret's going to go to the red team. I mean, Udyr could possibly defend this. Whoa, I zoomed in a lot. That was actually my mouse. I got a new mouse. It's one of the G700s. It's very nice, and I do enjoy it so. And looks like this mid lane turret's very low for red team. They might be able to get it picked up. A lot of damage is going to go onto that Zac. They have a lot of initiation here. They could probably jump on the Ahri and blow her up. She does have her ultimate, though, so they're going to have to really time out their CC to get her. And I don't think for those two champs it's going to happen. They're both dealing pretty much straight tank, so I don't foresee a lot of damage coming out from them. Although their base values are pretty good. Looks like this Riven's like, two people, I don't really want to do this. And they are quite tanky, so leaving was probably the right idea. And right now, two blue buff mid laners in the mid lane are going to mean a lot of pushing. I don't suspect either of those towers going to be taken soon, unless one of them leaves. Looks like one of them are leaving. And Zach's just taking these golems. He's like, I need this. And Nautilus might just go take his farm in response. Probably not, though. They're just waiting for the Riven. Looks like they're going to find the Blitzcrank down here. Nice grab onto Sona, but unfortunately it's a bit of a 2v1 until Ezreal shows up. And looks like they're just going to disengage. Riven might be being ganked in the top lane. I'm just waiting for the Q from Nautilus, and it's going to land. There's the stun from the auto attack, and there's the ultimate. Looks like Riven wants to fight this. Will she be able to get anything? It doesn't look like it. She's being CC'd, and she's just going to end up going down to the Zac. And that's a kill picked up for them. Right now, 6-10. Game still extremely even. Only a 600 gold difference, which is basically nothing. And looks like Nautilus wants some Foxy Lady. Will he be able to get it? No, he's just going to do some damage. Nautilus has a surprising amount of burst damage at this stage of the game. A lot of people just think Nautilus is a pure tank, but he actually brings with him a lot of burst damage. And it looks like this Ahri is going to go down. No, she flashes. Dodd jukes out the hook. Nice juke there, but it's not going to matter. She's still going to die to the Nautilus. That was a pretty sexy juke, though, I might add. And now this Udyr's on the wrong side of the map. Will he be able to get away? He's like, maybe I want to initiate, but no, he's going to end up paying for his life. No, Flash will keep him alive, and now the Blitzcrank is going to go down. Getting a bit too aggressive with very low health. And this Zac, unfortunately, was looking to slingshot the wrong direction, probably. If he had been going the other way, he might have been able to catch the Sona or the Corki. Looks like Sona's going to get caught, and she's going to get blown up. Corki trying to Valkyrie, but gets interrupted by the Zac. Elastic slingshot, and is going to die as well. Double kill for Ezreal. That positioning was not great on either of them. They probably thought they'd be able to survive longer, but there's a ton of initiation for this red team. Zac, elastic slingshot, plus ult, Nautilus grab, Xerath stun. There's just so many ways. I mean, and Blitzcrank hook as well. There's just so many ways for this red team to start a fight and just chain locks CC a member of blue team, it's such a threatening thing. You can't get out of position against a team like this, or you're gonna get grabbed, you're gonna get stunned, you're gonna get knocked up, and it's just gonna be game over for you at that point. Once they CC you once, they can just do it 10 more times, and that's basically it. There's a good counter initiation from blue team with the Sona Crescendo. That's very good counter initiation. Then Riven can jump in on top of that and just do tons of damage. So I expect these team fights not to just go completely towards red team when someone gets caught, because there is a chance for counter initiation, but I feel like the initiation is just such a strike. Nice grab from Blitzcrank. I didn't think that one was going to hit, but it did. Just a little bit of harass. That was like a harass grab though, not really any kill potential there. And, you know, you gotta love those sick harass grabs. Blitzcrank's going to pick up a little bit of farm here. And looks like Riven's going to be pushing the mid lane. What does she have under her belt right now? A Vamp Scepter, a BF Sword. Gonna go for that typical Riven build of I want lots of Bloodthirsters because they give me all the deeps. And Zach is just gonna be helping push this lane. Right now, Zach has a Sunfire Cape, definitely to help counter the physical damage that's gonna be coming out from the blue team. There's a lot of magic damage though as well. Let's take a look at Udyr. Since he's building straight tank, I expect he's been going Phoenix stance, and he has 5 into Phoenix, 5 into Turtle, 2 into Bear, not even bothering to put points into Tiger. Normally when I'm going Phoenix, I do that as well. Unless I feel the need to push lots of towers, then I will put 1 point into Phoenix because the auto attack. The bonus attack speed is very useful for pushing down towers. And there's the attack speed increase from Ezreal's W, and they are going to be able to successfully push down this tower. Almost no contest, and it's going to be Riven versus Zach, but this Zach is just so tanky. Can Riven defeat him? This is kind of an even fight. There goes the ulti from Zach. Both of them are falling very low, but Riven still hasn't used her ultimate swipe, and she will. It's just going to barely land. Oh, here comes the Zerath. The damage just going to miss, and Zach's going to pick that one up with an elastic slingshot. Nice job from Zach picking that up. Riven, unfortunately, not able to do much. She has, like, no survivability, so, I mean, if she gets focused and nuked, she's definitely able to be killed at this stage of the game. She's not a snowballing Riven. She has 3 kills and 166 farm. That's very good, but just not quite good enough. In fact, neither of these AD carries have really great farm. I mean, they're both acceptable farm levels, but neither of them are like super impressive farm levels. Looks like Corki has not gone Triforce first, instead of just going for the straight damage with the Bloodthirster. Ezreal, on the other hand, has decided to just pick up straight Trinity Force. This Blitzcrank and Udyr just laughing at each other, having a great time because there's not really much kill potential either side. And I mean, it looks like we're just going to have a bit of a standoff right now. Zach has picked up his Haunting Guys. That means he's going to have a lot more damage in team fights. It also gives him a little bit of health for survivability. Deathfire Grasp on Ahri first. That's a build popularized by the LCS recently. It's seeing a lot of Ahris just go DFG first, and it's been very effective. Ahri is an assassin champ, so if she's able to DFG someone, pop her ultimate, charm them, I mean, a lot of damage is going to be coming up. As we see right now, Zaku is relatively tanky, taking a lot of damage. Not able to kill, however. Nice grab by Blitzcrank. This looks like it's going to be a sweep. Maybe here comes Knowledge. Will he be able to help at all? The Zac is going to be going down, popping his passive. Blitzcrank did actually manage to survive. I think Riven probably could have finished him off. Unfortunately, some poor focus on blue team. They were unable to pick up the Blitzcrank. However, they did get the pick on the Zac, so that's very good. Even as tanky as Zac was, Ahri was still able to do a lot of damage, mainly because Zac hasn't built into any MR. So that means he's going to be very susceptible to the damage from Ahri. And Zac's just going to be picking up these wraiths here. And oh, here comes Ezreal. It's like, I want to do some damage. And then he's like, ah, that's it. You can keep going home now. Right, now it's picking up his red buff. And I mean, I expect the team fights to start happening. 2 towers down on both sides. The red team's either going to have to pick up that top tower, or we're going to start pushing maybe mid lane. They could start going for objectives. Dragon was picked up a little while ago. I didn't actually catch who picked up the dragon. I was probably distracted by something else, like playing with the little pocket knife I have for work. I bought myself a little knife for work to help cut open boxes and plastic. Pew pew pew. There goes the Ezreal. All going to be pushing the bot lane, allowing them to focus their attention to pushing other lanes. You get a bit of gold right there. And right now, I expect an initiation to come out from red team. Nautilus, Blitzcrank, Zac. They really have a ton of options for initiation. So I do expect them to be the ones to start these fights, unless Ari finds someone out of position and she DFGs and just starts ulting them. Oh, there's the initiation from the Nautilus. Ari taking a bunch of damage. She's going to flash out. Nice crescendo. Sweeps almost the entire team. Here comes Zach with his ultimate. So much AoE, but Riven's just destroying the back line for blue team. Zach did end up getting the Ari, but at what cost? A triple kill for Riven. That was a nice grab from Nautilus, but an equally amazing ult from Sona. I guess I'd say a more amazing ult from Sona allowed her to just do so much damage. Allowed her team to just take control of that fight. Man, Riven just was uncontested in destroying the other team, and now it looks like blue team is going to be picking up this Baron, bringing the gold. Their gold now is barely in their favor, pretty much even though, but this Baron will help swing it into their favor. Because remember, Baron is a 1,500 gold across your team, 300 for each member, plus a beautiful set of purple icons around your champion, which do increase your style points. And Ezreal almost trying to steal that, but of course you cannot outsmite an Udyr, as we all know. It's simply impossible. Although you've always got to try with Ezreal. I mean, like, just throw the ult down there, maybe I'll get Baron, maybe I won't, but at least I tried. But of course a good jungler is able to always smite it away. But of course all good junglers also do have their bad days, their bad Baron attempts. So you never do know. And it looks like Udyr's just going to continually push the mid lane, not allowing the gain any chance. And red team looking to go for a dragon right now, saying, you got Baron, I guess we'll take an objective of our own. Ezreal with that Trinity Force looking to go into Infinity Edge next. Corki does in fact does not have his Trinity Force actually. Xerath, will she be bursted down? He will, but at the cost of Ari's life. Sona flashing out of there. Will she get grabbed? She will not. Another sick juke from the blue team. Oh, more sick jukes as the Nautilus does miss his Q. Here comes the elastic string shot though. Not going to catch anyone, however. And it looks like Sona might be going down. No, barely surviving by the hairs of her chin. And that was 4th and long for another kill of red team. And Zach just maybe hopping on this Corki. Nah, he decides, I'm not gonna. This Corki's long gone. I really like that Corki skin though. Maybe if I played Corki, I'd pick it up, but I do not play Corki, so I probably won't pick it up. And red team's just gonna fall back for now. I really think this is the chance for blue team to push right once Ari comes back up. They have the crescendo, they have the Riven ult. Looks like they're pushing top lane right now. Riven gonna bring that tower to about half health. She should be getting out of there though pretty soon. She's just going to get ulted outright by the Nautilus. There's the initiation, there's the grab, there's the auto attack stun, there's the CC lock. Will they be able to catch up to her? Here's Ezreal, and she's gonna turn around, try to go for a kill, but she does get CC'd. Oh, she might be able to pick up the Ezreal. No, not even close. And she gets shut down. I really think she could have escaped if she had just ran away. I really don't think jumping into that was the smart idea there. I mean, now she's down for 37 seconds. She doesn't have Baron buff. That's going to delay her team from pushing for another half a minute that they won't have their full team with them. And looks like Corki might get picked off. He's got Valkyrie, though. He does have Flash as well, along with Barrier. Oh, he gets grabbed like a bitch, though. And now he's going to go down. Nautilus picking up that kill. Now that's another gold feed from blue team. They haven't grouped up to push objectives. However, there was a bit of split push there from the Udyr, able to pick up a tier 1 tower. However, it looks like they're going to trade a tier 2 tower for it. In Dota 2, this would be worse because the tier 2 tower gives more gold than the tier 1. It's not as bad in League of Legends, but still definitely not a worthwhile trade. And blue team is just going to lose that one. Corki up in 10 seconds. Red team, until then, I guess are just going to pull back. Deciding they don't want to push their luck, so they're just going to fall back for now. Hope you guys like the music in the background. I do. I listen to this, the League of EDM. I'll post a link below in my video, all the videos that I play this music in, and then you guys can watch it, and we can just have a great time together. I also might start uploading. I was thinking about uploading. I play a lot of like really strange things with my friends. Like we just have fun playing random lanes. Like I'll play like Jungle Poppy or Jungle Karthus or support something like stupid like support Xerath. Or top lane Sona. I mean, whenever me and my friends play, my friend like Tostitos or Coronation, we just play random things and try to make it work. I might start uploading those like as just like fun little tidbits. I'm not sure exactly though if I want to, so you know, we'll see if that ends up happening. It might not. However, it looks like Udyr is going to be keeping the back line of red team away. Ari is now trying to kill that Xerath. She was not able to, unfortunately. I was just a bit distracted in that team fight, but only Sona ended up dying. A lot of really low members on red team. blue team might be able to pick up this turret though, because a lot of red team has to go back to the fountain and restore their HP. And a lot of home guards already coming out for the red team. I mean, I think I've upgraded my boost to the enchantments maybe like twice in Season 3. I just never think about it. Whenever I'm playing, I'm just like, I need to get these items. I need to get my HP up. I need to get my damage up. I need to get my resistances up. I never think like I could really use some home guards right now. Oh, Riven's going to get caught out. Nice stun from the Xerath, allowing his team to catch up and just do all the damage. And unfortunately, that's going to be a dead Riven, which really hurts blue team. Riven is one of the biggest threats on blue team right now. She has a Bloodthirster. She has a Last Whisper. She almost had her GA. Unfortunately, she did not have that up. Although I don't think it really would have mattered because she was cut out alone. And Udyr's going to be able to escape with his Bear Stance movement speed buff. And right now, I'm yawning. I don't know why I'm yawning. I'm not really tired. By the way, anyone else going to watch the Arizona State game today? I am, because Oregon has a bye week. Oh, Ari's going to get grabbed like a bitch and is going to go down. How unfortunate for her and her team. Udyr's going to try to run in here, maybe do a little bit of damage. But it looks like all they can do is clear the turret. They're just trying to get the turret cleared. Udyr trying not to die, but he's getting poked so heavily. Oh, that Blitzcrank is so low. Such a tempting target for these Corki missiles. He really wants to pick that one off. And red team is just going to retreat because they know that the Riven is back up. And they're really worried about Riven just jumping in and murdering their whole team. Oh, Corki's going to Valkyrie in. That might have been a mistake. It was, as he just gets bursted down. Please, guys, don't do that in your games. Do not Valkyrie into the entire enemy team. They will turn around and they will murder you. As we saw right now, I've seen so many people do that. You want to Valkyrie away from things as an AD carry, not towards dangerous things, because then you will die. Very important thing to know as an AD carry. You can't, just because the other team is running away doesn't mean they can't turn around and own your ass. And right then, it did happen. So, an invaluable lesson that we can learn from the dead Corki. And, man, that just the mistakes from blue team. I think they could have had the game earlier. They could have pushed more turrets, maybe gone for an inhibitor. If they grouped up and pushed, because they do have a lot of really strong team fight. I mean, don't get me wrong, red team has really strong team fight as well. But I believe that the damage on blue team is just a lot better than the damage on red team. They both have, I mean, there's a more good initiation and lockdown from red team, but as long as they get the counter initiation from the crescendo, if they can catch more than 3 people in that crescendo, they can let Riven jump in and just wreak hell. Oh, the face checks are fierce with this one, and there's going to be at least 2 kills fed here to red team. Here comes the Zac ulti. Udyr is getting caught behind all of red team. He's going to start running the opposite direction. Ari did end up surviving thanks to her ultimate. And red team, will they be able to pick up another kill? It doesn't look like it unless Nala says the programs. He does. There's the stun from the auto attack. It's more like a snare actually, but it doesn't matter. Oh, nice grab from the Blitzcrank. And this is the one dead Riven if you ask me. And she is going to go down to the Ezreal. And with that, I believe this game might actually be over pretty soon. Actually, we still have 10, spoiler alert, we have 10 minutes left in the game. In case you guys couldn't see that little clock right there. So the game's not over yet. However, I'd say that red team has a huge advantage right now. They did catch out the Sona before she crescendoed, so that was a huge loss for blue team. They were not able to team fight effectively without that ult, but now they do have that ult. Looks like they might be able to turn this one on them. They are going to go after the Zac right there. The rest of the team, however, is happening. Ari's going to get grabbed. Will she be able to get knocked up? No. Xerath looking to do some damage, but he CCs himself, allowing Ari to go in for the kill, and it looks like the Udyr's going to pick up the Zac right now. Pop it into Phoenix Stance so he can kill these little blobs, and he should be able to get these without a problem. And the last one does end up going down. Nope, Zac responds, but he's still going to go down. Ari picking up that. I mean, if he hadn't respawned, Udyr would have gotten that kill, so I don't really know what to say about that. That ward is, in fact, outside the bush, guys. That's an embarrassing ward right there. That ward is very sad. They are going to use this Oracles to counter ward. And they might be going for Baron. There are still 2 members of red team down. They can totally take this. Ezreal is up. He does not have his ulti, so there's not going to be a steal attempt unless Nautilus decides to flash smite this. And will he? It doesn't look like it. There's a DFG from Ari. She's going to go in for the mad deeps. But is she going to be able to pick up this Nautilus? He might. Oh, Nautilus just wants to smite this Baron, but he's going to flash out instead. There's the ult on Udyr. There's a lot of damage. All these members of blue team are so low, but so is the Nautilus. Nautilus is going to go down. Baron still has quite a bit of health left. Doesn't look like anyone's going to be taking it. Ari's going to go down to the Ezreal. Corki trying to turn this one around. He is Valkyring over the wall. And I don't think he'll be able to pick up any kills here. That was a nice turnaround. Unfortunately, blue team was really low in that engage. They were not able to finish the Baron and fight red team at the same time, and they split their efforts there in a poor fashion. Udyr's like, I really want to keep doing Baron, but I really want to join the team fight as well, and he just kind of like was stuck in an existential quandary of loathing and self-doubt. While we're talking about existential quandaries, Riven has gotten a double kill, was able to turn a bad situation into a double kill, but now this Ezreal is in fact legendary. Let's take a look at his score, which is a whopping 17-1. That's incredibly strong. He's going to be very good at kiting now. Whenever I play Ezreal, I'm always sad. I'm like, my damage output is crap. All I can do is kite. Whenever I play any other AD carry, I'm like, my damage output is good, but I can never survive any team fights. So that's why I don't like AD carry very much. I always feel like something's lackluster about my abilities. It might be my positioning, though. I don't know. I like to think I have decent positioning as AD carries. And it looks like Ezreal and Zach might be looking to take this Baron. They did counter ward it, so there is no blue vision here on the actual Baron. So they might actually be able to pick this one up unnoticed from blue team. Blue team's pinging Dragon. They're like, I think red team's at Dragon. Unfortunately, they are very mistaken. Red team is, in fact, at Baron. And they are going to take this Baron completely I'm trying to find the word. Uncontested. There we go. That was far more difficult than it should have been to find that word. An uncontested Baron. 4 red teams can definitely swing this in their favor. They're going to have the nice buffs from Baron. And I think if they can get a good initiate, this is going to be the end of the game now. They have an inhibitor down. They can either push mid for the win. Oh, there's Ezreal getting caught out by this. Alright, one more ult. Should be able to get the kill with Foxfires, and she does. Nice use of Deathfire Grass there. Picking off the 17-1 Ezreal, now 17-2. Giving her a lot of gold and giving their team a lot of breathing room as well. Without their Ezreal, red team's just really lacking damage in these team fights. Oh, lacking damage, but not lacking more damage than they need to kill that Corki. Corki definitely playing too risky with fire. I think that was a big mistake. They'd already taken out the other team's carry. Now they lose their own carry. Blue team really could have had a chance to push some towers because it was a 4v5, but now as a 4v4, they just need to wait for the respawn timers to tick down before they can do anything because this Baroned up red team just definitely too threatening. And right now red team is just going to turn around and go home. A ton of health on this Nautilus. It looks like he might be picking up a Randuin's Omen next. He is. It's going to really help him deal with the Riven. And man, this red team is just so tanky. Nautilus and Zac are just two big-ass champions that are just going to be a meat wall for the rest of their team. Unfortunately, if they get crescendoed, Riven can sneak to the back and just start pounding on the Ezreal and pounding on the Xerath. That's definitely something she can do. We're going to have to see if that does end up happening in this next team fight. I mean, it could still go either way. The Riven's got a GA. If she's able to get back there, kill the Ezreal for her life, she's going to respawn, and then they might have a chance of turning the team fight. But there's just so much tankiness, so much initiation from this red team. It's going to be extremely dangerous. Oh, boom. Look at that. Those are mirrored wards. That was kind of sexy. A little sexy. And right now, looks like red team's going to be sieging this bot turret. Will they be able to take it? That's the question. I do hope so. I don't really care either way. Zac is getting targeted by the turret. And he tanked a couple turret shots there. Not too bad, though. He does have a lot of regen with his Spirit. Well, actually, his Spirit Vision isn't done. So I guess he doesn't have a ton of regen, but he has a nice amount of regen. The hook doesn't hit, but that does force Corki to burn his Valkyrie. And until it comes back off cooldown, he's going to be a little bit vulnerable. But it looks like they're not going to initiate on that. And right now, Xerath's just pushing the mid lane. Ezreal taking pot shots at the turret whenever he can. I mean, I'm kind of expecting Udyr to flash stun that Ezreal any moment, because that could be a big way to initiate for blue team. And I mean, I think it's going to be red team's initiation. Zac might be coming in. Oh, Corki getting dropped very low. He kind of needs to go back and heal. Nice grab. Not on the best champions to grab, but they did grab someone. That's a ton of damage going out. They did not get any kills. But the blue team is losing turrets on the other side of the map while they are digging around here. Oh, here comes Zac. Will he be able to get anything from this? No, he will not. Here, Riven's doing a lot of damage to him, but they're just so tanky. Riven can't do much against these big, beefy heroes. Now, Udyr's just a little bit. Nice crescendo, catches 4. Riven doing a lot of damage. Her sword ult does not do much, though. And right now, Ahri does end up going down to the Zac. Riven still diving on this AD carry. Corki still pretty much full health. The GA does proc. Can Corki pick up a couple more kills here? This Riven wants kills, but she is going to end up going down to the Zac and Nautilus. Here comes Udyr just running super fast. doing a lot more damage. This team fight's just taking forever. Corki's still in the back, just right-clicking and cannoning people. Will he be able to kill the Xerath? He will. A pick on the Xerath. That's a lot of champions down for red team. 2, their Ezreal and their Xerath. That's pretty much all their damage. I believe blue team can't pick off the surviving members of the red team. And they are going to take the Blitzcrank. Here comes the Zac, though, into the fight. He does a decent amount of damage, but not enough. This Udyr just still wants blood. He's going to take the Zac. Maybe will he flash? Will he Elastic Slingshot? No. The kill does go to the Udyr. Sona flashing for the Nautilus. I'm sorry, Sona. You're beautiful as you are, but I don't think you're going to be able to kill this tank. I don't see this one happening for them. And unfortunately, I don't think blue team can make anything of this because they just have to push out their lanes. They've lost an inhibitor. The inhibitor has respawned. That was a really good team fight for them. They was really uncoordinated for red team. They didn't dive in together. Their Zac went in alone, took a lot of damage. And Riven was just able to eviscerate that Ezreal. Just get to the back. That Nautilus needs... Zac can initiate. That Nautilus needs to focus on peeling for the Ezreal. Because if that Riven gets next to the Ezreal, he's doing something wrong as his job as the tank. Blitzcrank can help peel as well, but he's more of a let's grab the squishies and knock him up. Nautilus really needs to focus on peeling for that Ezreal. He can cast his ultimate to help initiate, but he needs to use his other spells to keep that Riven away from the Ezreal. That's his main job in this team fight, and he did not accomplish it that last fight. And unfortunately, that meant that the Riven was able to get to the back lines. She does have Merc Treads. That's a very good pickup against this team. Not the best because the Merc Treads not going to reduce the length of the pulls, not going to reduce the length of the knockups. So, I mean, it's not going to help her a ton, but it's going to help against the Xerath stun, and it's going to help against the Nautilus auto attack snares. And Baron's going to be up in the next minute. We're going to see if either of the teams decide to go for that objective soon. I think this could, like, one team fight is all red team needs to win. If they win one team fight, they win the game. That is undisputed right now. And this blue team just needs to be extremely careful. GA is down for Riven, so fighting now is not what they want, but they might not be given a choice in the matter. As this Zac can just initiate from over the wall. This Corki needs to really be careful though right now. He cannot get too close. Here comes the Zac. He's going to jump in, but he doesn't really get the best of jumps. But however, Corki is caught by the Nautilus, and he does not get grabbed. Xerath trying to poke at them. Udyr just running in, trying to keep everyone away from their carry. That's like intimidation Udyr style. And nice grab from the Nautilus. He does get the R. Alright, burns her ultimate to try to get away. She does end up getting knocked up. Here comes Zac jumping right in the middle of the team, popping his ult. Ari dropping extremely low. Corki trying to get as much damage out as possible. But this tanky red team is just taking all the damage and just turning it back on the blue team. And looks like they did end up winning that team fight. Corki's still alive, but I mean, he can't really do much in this situation. So they are going to lose an inhibitor. I expect them to lose the game shortly following this as well. And their 1v1 fight, AD carry versus AP carry. Nautilus decides to help, and therefore, Xerath does end up winning. And red team's so low, but a solo Ari without her ult cannot make the plays against this team, unfortunately. So they're just going to take another inhibitor, and now I believe they can start taking the towers. They've got so many tanky heroes. Ari's like, I really want to just catch out one of these people and murder them. That's what I do best as an assassin. Her ultimate is up in 9. But she is just going to get nuked down by that Xerath. Ari does have an Abyssal Scepter, but it did not help at all there to the fact that Xerath did have his Void Staff up. And right now this is going to be the Nexus. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Ravemaster bringing you a League of Legends Shoutcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. There were some good plays there, showing the power of an initiation team, also the power of Sona's Crescendo. Without that ability, there would have been no chance of blue team turning these team fights. And it was just such a big thing for that Sona Crescendo. It kept hitting 4 people at a time. There's like one where it hit all the other team because they were all just grouped up. And if that happens, the Riven's just able to jump in there and deal a lot of damage during that stun duration. So that was like, it shows the power of Sona's Crescendo as counter initiation. But I mean, the initiation from red team was just too much. They were too tanky. And Ari just wasn't able to find a target to assassinate with her DFG because there just were no good targets. Xerath was way in the back. Ezreal was way in the back. There was nothing really for her to jump on and kill. So unfortunately for her, she was not as effective in those team fights as you would have hoped she could be. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bum, 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 bum.